Response. Show mercy if you want mercy. Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rachakwadash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth and sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return. And double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And I just wanted to do a response video to this because I have two testimonies to basically share concerning this video. Now, in this video that the brother Manak Zagba from South Carolina did, he showed a video where in this video he showed a guy that was holding the camera, and he encountered this guy that used to bully him when they were children, and basically when he finally found the guy, he was mocking him, he was scoffing him, he was scorning him, and basically said he wished he had an egg so he can throw an egg at him, But one thing we must take into account is that we are not where we are at because of our own will, okay? Furthermore, if you go to the book of 1 Samuel, the 2nd chapter and the 7th verse, it clearly tells you that the Lord maketh poor and he maketh rich. So just be glad over the fact that you got a house, that you got a car, that you got a roof over your head to protect you from rain, from snow, from the terrain. Be glad that you got a TV or a laptop or even a phone to watch videos on. Because the Lord did not have to give us those things. Okay, remember, Yahweh Shai himself was homeless. Yahweh Shai did not have a place to lay his head. What did Yahweh Shai say in the book of Matthew? He said, the foxes have holes and the birds have nests, but the Son of Man have not a place to rest his head. So, when it comes to homeless people, you might want to be careful, man. Because remember, the scriptures talk about those who have entertained angels unaware. An angel could show up in the form of a homeless person. Do you know how many homeless? I'm not saying this to glorify myself, but just to give you an example. There was this one guy that was homeless, and I'll never forget this. But I remember he was homeless, and I gave him money. And ever since I gave him money, I've never seen him again. I've never seen him again. So that led me to believe that that guy could have actually been an angel. So just because a person is homeless does not mean you should look down on him. Because remember, the Lord could have put you in that situation. The Lord could have put me in that situation. He could have put anybody in that situation. And that's why when I pray, I always give thanks to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, over the fact that I got a roof over my head and a pot to piss in and food to eat. Because I could be peeing and shitting outside for all the Lord care. I could be out there, begging for money just to buy a Debbie snack or something to eat, It's not cool to look down on homeless people, We always got to remember the Lord put them in that situation for whatever sins they committed in their past life. But anyways, the testimonies I wanted to share with you, the first one being was this woman, Obviously, I am a very attractive guy to women, but she came to me, I hardly know anything about her, but she just came to me, talking about how good I look and blase, and she basically asked me for some money so she could go and, buy something to eat at the corner store. So I decided to give her $20. Nonetheless, hardly know anything about this woman. But the scriptures speak about how the Lord loves a charitable soul, right? So I gave her $20. And then, you know, as she was coming out the store, you know, I was basically asking her to pay me back. You know, like, hey, you got $20? She said no. So then, you know, like I saw her again another day, and I said, you know, you got my money? And basically, you know, she basically got an attitude with me and told me to stop pressing her and blase blase. So I just left it alone, you know, left it in the Lord's hands, you know. So, you know, I would say like maybe a year and a half later, you know, I was going to the corner store to buy some malt liquor. Of course, I don't drink malt liquor anymore because it makes me feel like shit whenever I wake up. You know, I don't drink malt liquor anymore. And I highly advise you brothers don't drink malt liquor. I mean, at least if you're going to drink malt liquor, you know, drink it in moderation. Me personally, I just don't drink it. There's just something they put in it that makes you drowsy and lazy and not want to do anything. Like, but yeah, you know, I was buying some malt liquor. This might have been like, I believe this was last year actually. You know, it could have been last year around the early summertime. And you know, I went into the corner store to buy some 3 cans of malt liquor, and I saw her in there, and when she walked in there, she had bought a can of beer. And as I was, you know, she was in front of me or whatnot, as she was getting ready to pay for this can of beer, right, she realized she had no money on her card, and she kept swiping and typing in the pen and swiping and you know, putting in the pen. And you know, Ishmael is not going to let you slide with, you know, something as much as a pack of beer. So pretty much she was about to go home empty-handed. But you know what I did? I gave him a $20 bill, and I not only paid for her pack of beer, but with that same $20 bill, I also paid for my 3 cans of malt liquor. Okay, so guess what? She got to go home that night, you know, drinking beer. Because, I mean, come on, you know, we're in captivity. Who doesn't want to drink alcohol to alleviate the suffering they're going through in this society? But the point is that I showed her mercy. I didn't have to pay for her beer. She owed me $20. But I paid for her beer, and I also paid for my malt liquor, you know. And you know, it's interesting because I believe several days after that, the Lord put the Spirit on me to look downwards as I was on my way to my job, and I found a dollar bill laying on the ground. That could have been the Lord, you know, like, you know, rewarding me or for whatever I did that day, you know. So that was my first testimony of, you know, of how I showed mercy. And then there was another case or another account of when I was working at a gas station as a security officer. And I remember this homeless guy, you know, he used to get beat up, and you know, sometimes he'll come up to the gas station, you know, he'll loiter around asking people for change, for money. You know, he'll even go as far as going up to people's cars and asking them for money. And you know, there were women, nothing but women at the time, that was working behind the cash registers inside the gas station, and they would always ask me to make him leave the premises. Otherwise, I would have to call the cops. So, you know, nonetheless, you know, I had to do my job. So, you know, I ended up having to make him leave. But I remember one time, you know, after I made him leave, I literally gave him a $5 bill. You know, I gave him $5 right out of my wallet. I gave him some money, and you know, he was very appreciative of it. He said thank you to me, you know. So, you know, I mean, I gave him money, you know. And then, you know, he walked off, and he went and, you know, bought some food or whatever, you know. Because, you know, most people was not giving him money. Most people didn't want to be bothered with him. Most people ignored him. But me, being a security officer, even though I removed him off the premises, I still gave him some money so he can eat. So, that was another example of how I showed mercy. And, I'm not giving these testimonies to brag or boast, but to give you an example of how the Lord can reward you for doing something as simple as that. And both of these people that I've showed mercy to, they're Israelites. Now if they were heathens, if they were Edomites, hell nah, they ain't getting shit from me. If you an Ishmaelite, you could be an East Indian. You could be a Chinese or Japanese. You could be an African. You could be a Hawaiian. I'm not giving you nothing. Okay, I only help out my people. But that's an example of how how the Lord can put the Spirit on you to be compassionate sometimes and to show mercy. Because at the end of the day, I want mercy, I want mercy. So how much more a brother in the truth, I mean, yeah, you might be angry at a brother because he might have humiliated you during the rebuke. But guess what? If that brother ever need help, you still got to help out that brother. The scriptures speak about, having money, but then you withhold that money and then you lie to your brother and say, no, I ain't got it. All because you got rebuked by your brother. All because your brother humiliated you in front of the congregation. So you're not going to help your brother out. You're just going to leave him and his family starving off of your own emotions. And the Lord see everything. And a matter of fact, because like Yahushua said in the book of Matthew, if you forgive not your brother his trespasses, neither will your Father in heaven forgive you your trespasses. So you might want to think about that. There comes a time and point where if you have something against your brother, you just got to let it go. Me personally, last year when I was getting rebuked by the camp leader in the Great Waters camp, I got humiliated in front of 3 brothers while I was getting rebuked. But I'm not going to hold that against him. If he ever need help with money, I'm right here. Because that's what true brothers do, You can't just hold things against brothers because you got a grudge against them. You got to learn it. I mean, don't get me wrong. You're going to be angry. You're going to feel some kind of way at first. But then, as you're walking in the Spirit, you're going to start to realize that, well, you know what? I was wrong. What I did was wrong. I could have done better. And I could have done something to change. Because ultimately, when you get rebuked by somebody, 9 times out of 10 it's because you're going off according to the scriptures. It's not because the brother's trying to display his power or authority over you. No, you did something wrong according to the scriptures, and now they got to come and correct you. Because if they don't come and correct you, then like the Lord said in Ezekiel the 3rd chapter, for if you warn not because the Lord even said it himself in the book of Ezekiel the 3rd chapter. He said, when I lay a stumbling block before him and he shall fall, because thou hast not given him warning. So when a brother is rebuking another brother, that's a warning. And it's not just a warning from that brother, that's a warning from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Because of presuming to the book of John the 1st chapter, the Lord speak by the mouth of his holy prophets. So it's really the Lord warning you. That's how you got to look at it, especially when you're in the Spirit. Now, if we come over here to the book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 31, it says this: and as ye would that men should do to you, do ye also to them likewise. So, as you wish that men should do to you, do ye also to them. So, how you treat people is how you would want to be treated. So think about that. With that, I'm going to say shalom, and on to the next one.